and there was a wreck, and I think I'm going to have to pull over and check. I'll be right back. Hi, I'm Patrick, and in this video, it's day 28 of the Realistic Economy series. I'm here just northeast of Pine Bluff, Arkansas, where I've picked up 23 tons of corn. It's heading up to northern Missouri, and there's a train going by. But it's time for me to get on the road. Alright, so like I said, 23 tons, that's 46,000 pounds of corn heading up to northern Missouri. And yeah, I decided to come out this way. It's a little faster. The train just came through, so hopefully I don't have to stop for that again. You can see there's wheat fields on either side here. But for some reason, they had a silo full of corn. That was close. But close is not contact, so that's fine. Now, looking at the fuel gauge, I should be fine for this job. And once again, I am a little concerned about braking distance. Oh. Yeah, when AI traffic does AI traffic things, I give them the spooky horn. But yeah, I guess I'll just leave the engine brake set to automatic. That way it'll help me with slowing down a little bit. And with all these stop signs, because it's a 2-lane road, that's probably going to be needed. And here's one of those stop signs right here. And yeah, going to northern Missouri, I've pretty much decided that, whoa, you want to stop in time? Yes, I did stop in time. And, well, I didn't get a ticket for that, so I'm assuming that the game considered it their fault. Yeah. AI traffic doing AI traffic things again. So when I saw it was 46,000 pounds, I probably should have taken something different, because this truck just doesn't have very good braking ability. Now over here we have a truck that's pulled over to the side. Oh, it's like Looks like they're being investigated there. We'll just keep going. So this is a pretty long distance job. You can see up at the top there it's saying it's going to take another 9.5 hours to get there. But that's plenty of time. It's only 9 o'clock. Even if this job somehow manages to go an extra hour past that, well, then I would be in a little bit of trouble. But not too much. I should make it there by 8 p.m. And right now I'm going 10 over the limit. That's probably not smart. Not when there's so many police cars on this road. But I'm going to try to get there in time. Wouldn't it be weird if every time you got a speeding ticket, it also involved losing time? So it would like automatically move you forward 15 or 30 minutes. Now over here, this is the place where you can go to get some sandwiches. Of course, you can't see that because the mirror's in the way. Here we go. Hot deli. Yeah. But I don't have time to stop for a sandwich here. I've got to try to pick up some speed to get over this hill right here. I've had trouble with this hill before. Obviously not in the Realistic Economy series, but in my regular profile. But I made it up over there. And now I've got to worry about slowing down because I've got to make this left. So yeah, I've got to get this up to St. Joseph, Missouri, and which, if you don't know where St. Joseph, Missouri is, if you look at the map, kind of, at least on the ATS map, it's kind of between Maryville, Missouri, and Marysville, Kansas, which is kind of interesting. But the place I'm taking this is actually right on the Missouri side of the Kansas state line, so it's way up north and west, which is a little further away than I was planning on going, but with Illinois almost certainly being released in the next couple weeks, in my opinion, my prediction is it will be within the next week or two. And I think it's time to just head in that direction. So I'm going to finish this week probably, instead of New Orleans, in St. Louis. Probably either St. Louis or Cape Girardeau, though. Probably southern Missouri, southeastern Missouri. Okay. Whoa. What are we doing here? What are we doing? why did traffic suddenly... Oh, it's because of that on-ramp back there. AI traffic doing AI traffic things, as usual. There was no reason for them to slow down back there, and yet they did. Because that's what they do. It really is what they do. They do the stupidest thing they can imagine. That's an old logo there on that trailer. But anyway. So yeah, I'm probably... I may go to Iowa this week, but I doubt it. I'll probably stay in Missouri. And like I said, I'm thinking either St. Louis or Cape Girardeau, because my plan is to start in southern Illinois and move my way up towards Chicago. And I'm thinking Chicago might be the last city. Hey, there's a billboard for South Dakota. That's new. See, I'm also wondering when South Dakota's coming out, because if Illinois comes out at the end of May, no, not the end of May, the end of April, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to come out this month, or maybe the first week of May at the latest is my guess, just based on 1.59 probably coming out either this week or next week. Or actually, it'll be next week to you, I guess. I'm trying to guesstimate while also remembering that I'm recording this a week ahead. So for you, I doubt 1.59 is out right now. But I'm guessing it will be out next week for you and 2 weeks from now for me. Just a guess. But anyway, and I suspect Illinois will be released probably the next week. Although they could be released together, you never know. But if I'm right and Illinois is out at the end of April, I don't think South Dakota will be out until at least June. But I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see. It could be out early June or even May. And now I have to slow down while also going down a slope. So that's fun. But at least the light's green, so I don't have to come to a full stop here. Which is a good thing, because I don't think I could have if I did have to. But it's fine. Only 64 miles to Harrison, so that's nice. Harrison being in the northwestern corner of Arkansas, I'm pretty sure. Looking at the GPS there, is showing, yeah, I'm turning sharp to the north here. After we just went through Little Rock, by the way. I don't know if you knew that, but that big church back there was the big church in Little Rock. So now we're headed northwestern. Yeah, we're heading northwestern here. And of course, 1.59 is bringing justice for F6 and F7. This may be the last time I have to put that on the screen. But that was some good news, and what that tells us all is that the developers are listening to the community. which they always have. I don't know, you know, it seemed like it might be different this time because they put out that video, blog post, whatever it was, basically saying this is the new interface, get used to it, or something like that. But oh, there goes the loan payment. That means it's 12:30, and we still have over 6.5 hours left. So yeah, that's going to be pushing 7 o'clock. Hopefully I don't have to stop. But the fact that they did listen, and they added a couple new widgets which will put in some of the information that was in F6 and all of the information I think that was in F7. That helps a lot. Don't know if I'm going to stop it. Okay, I stopped in time. If you aren't convinced that I stopped on time, check out the screenshot on the bottom right corner there. Yeah. What? The car adjusted itself, but I didn't actually touch it. And obviously I didn't touch it because I didn't get a fine, so it's fine that I didn't get a fine, because everything is fine. I guess you go there to get furniture from the Amish. Okay, and up here, straight ahead, you see a billboard for Louisiana, which, well, just left Louisiana 2 videos ago. And I probably won't be going back for a while. Oh, speed drop. You know, probably what I should do is increase the braking intensity in the gameplay settings. That would probably be smart. It would help me with braking issues. But you know what, I'm going to leave it the way it is and start trying to be more careful. Not just be more careful with using the brakes, but also being more careful with picking jobs with heavy loads. Because not only does it take a long time to slow, you can also tell that it takes a long time to speed up. Like we got some tractors over there. And I saw that there's a rumor that there's some more probably OWL branded cargo coming to the game. Either, I don't know if it'll be for flatbeds or lowboys only, but some kind of new OWL branded equipment is what I've read about. I don't know the details or if that's just speculation, but I did just see that. And of course, we're expecting the new Volvo VNL to be joining the game. Along with the state of Illinois, because there was an image advertising the Illinois DLC that had the new VNL on it. So it would make sense that, yeah, if they were going to advertise it with that truck, that truck would be in the game. I mean, it just makes sense. I guess it's technically speculation right now, but we know they've been working on it for a while. We haven't really heard about any of the other trucks in ATS yet. So I'm not sure when the Ford Cabover is going to come in, or the updated 389 and 589 Peterbilts. I think there was a 579 update supposed to be coming up. The new generation of 579 is supposed to be coming to the game. The current 579 is old, and they're supposed to be upgrading it too. And the 389's being updated a little bit. So all those older, as far as the trucks that have been in the game for a long time, are starting to get a little bit of an update to bring them to modern standards for the game. I'm surprised that the speed limit is still only 50 out here. It's going to 65 here though, so just keep the pedal to the metal. It's kind of a deep ravine to have a bridge over. But that's the Missouri state line right there, so here we go into Missouri, the Show Me State. I'm not sure what anybody's supposed to be showing anybody in Missouri, but that's just what it's called. 867 miles per hour. Oh well, for a second there. Yeah, if you're in a World of Trucks job and you're going downhill and you're already up to 65 miles an hour, when you go downhill, you can still pick up some speed as long as you're giving the truck, as long as you have your pedal down or whatever your go forward button is. There's a big cross sticking out of the trees. That's nice. You see those in some places throughout the United States and other countries too. That's kind of a large one. But anyway, yeah, when you're going downhill, you can still pick up speed, even if you're technically limited. And I suspect that's realistic, because I suspect in a real truck, even if it's limited to 65 miles an hour, that if you're going downhill, it's not going to activate any kind of brake to stop you from going any faster. Although I have heard that trucks have some kind of buzzer installed telling you you're going too fast, you're going too fast. And they also have some kind of connection to home base that basically management can tell if you're going faster than you're supposed to. I mean, I can kind of understand. Probably the insurance companies put a lot of pressure on trucking companies to do stuff like that. But on the other hand, if you're hiring good truckers that actually know what they're doing and aren't getting their CDLs from, playing ATS like I do, yeah, I'm in the wrong turn lane here. Yeah, See what I mean? A real qualified and well-skilled professional driver never do anything like that. So if you're not hiring, basically, if you're not hiring truck drivers like me, and you're hiring truck drivers who know what they're doing, you probably wouldn't have to babysit them with the onboard computer in their trucks, beeping at them all the time. Just a suggestion from someone who is definitely not a real truck driver. Okay, looking at the time and looking at the clock, it's going to be about 7:15 if the nothing changes from right now when I get there. It's going to be a little close, but I don't think it's too bad. Also, I just did something I've not done in a long time. Let's look down at the dashboard and see how many miles I have on the odometer. And you can see there's two odometers down there. One at the top is labeled trip 1, and somehow trip 1 and the actual odometer are a mile off. Well, less than a mile off, about half a mile off. But I've just passed 9,030 miles. So I've put quite a few miles on this truck. Obviously, most of those miles have been inside Louisiana, because I haven't really done a lot of travel out of the state until last week. But that's changing now because I'm no longer limiting myself to be in Louisiana, because I said when it looked like Illinois was going to be released that I would do away with those limitations, which also means I get to take jobs like this one where I get like $1,800 for the pay. So that means I'm going to also be able to start making and saving a lot of money, I think. Although I am going to try to reduce, I really wish I'd been able to find a job that was only like 500 miles and only paid $1,500. Would have been perfectly fine. Something that I could do in much lower amount of time. I only took this job because it was leaving from where I spent the night from the previous job's drop off. But making plenty of money now. And there was a wreck, and I think I'm going to have to pull over and check. I'll be right back. Okay, well, I did check. I didn't see any damage to my truck. I did have to exchange information with the other driver, or I was going to, but they ran away. So, oh, oops. So yeah, that cost me obviously a few minutes, but yeah, at least there wasn't any serious damage and nobody got hurt. And I'm guessing that the car that I hit didn't have insurance, so they didn't want to stick around to have to explain that to anybody. Which is sad, because my insurance would have certainly paid for them to have probably 2 or 3 brand new cars. Because that insurance that the banker down in the SCS Bank in New Orleans got for me is so good. Yeah, it's creative storytelling time. Yeah, and the bank, when they heard that I was leaving the state and not coming back for a while, seemed skeptical. I'm not stopping, am I? I am really not stopping at all. And I started braking way back there. So, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I just turned braking intensity up to 70. Why are we stopped? I've got to turn right here. This car could pull up and let me turn right, but instead it's blocking me. I think it's doing that just to annoy me. But anyway, yeah, my braking intensity was turned all the way down to 50%. And now I've set it to 70, which is, in case you didn't know, 70% is 20% more than 50%. So that means I'll be able to stop faster. And also, there's a good chance that I'm about to be pulled in for an inspection. Or maybe I won't. Well, that was nice and unexpected too. I guess if you're pulling corn, they don't want to check on you. And that's fine. Yeah, in fact, that's great. And up here, coming up, I'm seeing buildings, which means that I'm approaching a city of some type. Kansas City of some type. This is actually Kansas City, Missouri, which is interesting because there's also a Kansas City in Kansas that is much less known than the Kansas City that's in Missouri. And I find that ridiculous. Oh yeah, I can feel the difference in the braking now. So I've discovered a lot of new cities on this trip so far, and I still haven't even got to the city where I'm going. And now we're slowing down to 45 miles an hour, so that's kind of annoying. be out here on the highway and have to go 45 miles an hour like we're in some kind of town? Whose idea was this? But anyway, yeah, the bank people were not all that excited about me leaving the state and saying that I wasn't going to come back. But then they remembered that the SCS Bank has branches in pretty much every state in the country. And they're soon opening a new one in Illinois. So they said, you know what? As long as you keep making your payments, we're not going to come track you down and take your truck from you. Also, I told them that while I'm away, they can store their stuff in my garage back in New Orleans. So it works out for everybody. And that is the end of creative storytelling. I haven't done that in a while. It occurred to me in the last video, and I managed to not do anything about it, that I hadn't done any creative storytelling in a while. But for those of you who don't know, creative storytelling is what I call it when I start making up stuff for what they call role-playing purposes. That's where I pretend that I'm a person who won a garage and a trailer in New Orleans, and I can't remember how much I paid for it, but it wasn't very much. And basically, after I bought it, I took out a loan from the SCS Bank and used that loan to buy this truck. And like I said, the trailer came with garage, so I didn't have to invest in that. And ever since then, that was day one of the Realistic Economy series, I've been paying back that loan, $906 every day, which is, you know, kind of a crazy amount to pay. That's like $20-something thousand a month that I'm paying back on that loan. But I haven't missed a payment yet. And now last week I checked my records. Last week I was actually, my profit for the week, after making all the loan payments, doing the maintenance to the truck, buying fuel, the profits last week were less than $50, which is bad because the week before that I actually profited several $100s. But a profit of $50 for the week is still better than a loss, so I'm okay with that. But I'm hoping this week, since I'm taking these longer jobs that pay $1,500, $1,800, some of them, hoping I'll have a much bigger profit this month, this week. But I'm noticing, first of all, it's after 7 o'clock. Got 18 minutes according to this, and 7 miles. Still hoping to get there before 8 p.m. because at 8 p.m. I have to stop driving. And, well, if I don't get this thing parked by 8 p.m., that means, well, this could be the one. This could be the job where I don't finish it today and I have to finish it in the next video. And this red light is telling me that is becoming more likely. Um, Also, I think 70% on the braking intensity might have been a little too much. So I turned it down to 60%. And in case you didn't know, 60% is 10 less than 70%, but it's also 10 more than 50%. I don't know what that red light's for. I think that red light's for, yeah, it's only for left turns. So yeah, it's looking like I'm scheduled to be there now at about 7:40. Which will only give me 20 minutes to park, but once you're in the yard, the time stops going by so fast. And I really hope I don't get a ticket for right turn on red, because I did come to a stop behind the line before I pulled forward. But we are in St. Joseph, Missouri now. And 1 mile from the destination. Also, that's a Kenworth dealership. Will it recognize that Kenworth dealership? No, because it's on a side street, of course. I think I'm turning right here at this light. Oh, yeah. Well, good news. I'm pretty sure I've got plenty of time to get through this security check and find out where to park and then park before 8 o'clock. I'll be close, but let's see. Where to park? Oh, this is easy. I mean, I'm sure I'll mess it up, but yeah. Let's go to back into the overflow there. Overload, I mean, not overflow. All right, let's see what we get. And yeah, dropping the trailer, because it's not my trailer. $18.90. Yes, plenty of money, and look at all that XP. I'll be up to level 12 soon. So thanks for watching, and have a nice day.